can't we hear anything? Are you guys sure that equipment is okay?
It's working fine, Mr. Rennie.
Nothing wrong with our equipment.
Yeah, obviously, Mikkos had nothing more to say and hung up.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
Ridiculous. What is it? What's going on?
We just had contact with Mikkos. He expects the world to finally capitulate, give in to his demands to rule the world.
And he's only given us 12 hours.
I always knew Mikkos was power hungry, but I didn't think he'd turn into a madman, destroy a whole city.
And now he has another ace. He's captured one of my agents.
Could that have been a bluff?
No. Mikkos put Scorpio on to speak to me.
Steve, Dan and I were there. It's Scorpio.
Any word of Luke and Laura?
Not a word.
That could be good, Rick.
Yes, sir, it could be bad.
No, Mikkos did not capture Luke and Laura, or he would have let me know, that's for sure. Just more leverage, right?
I think he wants us to sweat it out a little more before he makes another contact.
In that case, I have patience to see. Excuse me.
Oh, by the way, how's the Quartermain baby?
Better if there are no more complications.
It's nice to hear good news for a change.
Keep posted.
Yeah. Steve, I clued Jesse in on what's happened.
Oh, yes. I suggested that more key people on your staff be alerted.
I agree. How did Jessie take it, Dan?
Well, she was stunned, naturally. But you know Jessie. She's a rock when the going gets rough.
I don't see how it can get any rougher than this. I feel like I'm sitting on a time bomb.
We are. Steve, I know Mikkos Cassadine. And if the only way he can bring the world to its knees is to destroy poor Charles, he'll do it. Make no mistake about that.
We've got to hold on, Dan. The city can't take this kind of blackmail.
What is it, Mikkos? What's going on?
Calm down, Victor. Thank you. That'll do.
That explosion came from above ground.
I know where it came from. Kaluga and his men are on top of the situation.
Do you think they're trying to kill us?
On the contrary, I think they're hoping to rescue their friend Robert Scorpio. Well, the elevator hasn't been damaged. That means that explosion was some sort of diversionary tactic.
Well, maybe you're right.
Of course I'm right. But don't worry. The trolls have been sent out, and when they find Scorpio's friends, they'll be dealt with quickly.
Something the guards are coming back to.
Well, there's got to be another way down there.
Yeah, but where?
I don't know. We'll find it. We'll find it.
All right, come on! Everything's quiet now. There's no need for panic.
That was concern, not panic, Mikkos. There are a lot of people that were responsible in this compound.
I am well aware of that, but there's no danger. Kaluga and the guards will catch whoever set off those explosives.
This is a large island.
Yes, with no possibility of escape. Now, Scorpio's friends can hardly swim away to safety, can they? Why don't you go back to your room, as I suggested everyone do earlier?
No, I'm staying right here.
Why? There's nothing you can do?
Oh, but there's something you can do.
Oh, what?
Yes, a little explaining.
Victor, I've told you everything I know or suspect about the explosion. Now, what more can I tell you?
Stop covering. You know exactly what I'm talking about, Tony and Alex.
Please, not now.
And don't give me that nonsense about they're making a trip to New York City either.
We'll talk about that later.
I won't be put off, damn it! The others may have bought your story about sending them to make direct contact with Ballantyne, but I don't, not for a moment. You wouldn't trust Alexandria Quartermain to do anything for you. And you've always sensed a certain weakness in Tony. You would have sent me on that mission, not our brother. Now, out with it. I want the truth.
Don't talk to me in that tone of voice. I am the elder Cassadine, and I demand the respect due that position.
What must I do? Beg you? I am not a man to beg.
Then leave it alone.
Mikkos, things have been going on in this compound that you have not told me, that you've kept from me. First, Max and Noel. Leave, disappear. Now, Tony and Alex.
Good riddance to Maximilian and to Alexandria Quartermain, too.
What happened?
Victor.
Mikkos, tell me, this is my brother we're talking about. I'm entitled to know.
Yes, I suppose you are. I just didn't have the heart to tell you.
Something has happened to Tony?
There's been a terrible accident, Victor.
Are you saying that my brother is dead?
Yes. It was Alexandria's fault, her curiosity. She and Tony both knew that the plant was off limits, but that bloody woman forced him to go in there. I didn't even know they'd gone into the plant until I heard the warning siren. By then it was too late.
They died in the plant. How?
That doesn't matter. All that matters is that we have lost our brother.
I want to know how it happened, Mikkos.
It was an accident. There are certain areas of the plant that they're dangerous. That's why I don't allow anyone to go into restricted areas except skilled personnel.
What areas? What are you not telling me, Mikkos?
I will not be questioned this way. I feel this loss just as much as you do. Tony, for all his weaknesses with women, was still a Cassadine, and now he is gone. There are only the two of us now, Victor. Are you with me? Or must I fight the world by myself?
Oh, will you stop that?
Okay.
We are in this together, Luke.
I know. All right, we've got to change our course. We keep going in this direction, it's going to do nothing but lead us all the way down to the beach.
Yeah, you're right. We're going to be in plain view there.
Sitting ducks.
Okay, what are we going to do?
I don't know. Wait, just hold on a second. Let me think.
Yeah, you're right. Let's just catch our breath for a minute. Luke.
Yeah.
You think Robert is still alive?
Yes. Yes, I think he is. See, I don't think that they would think that he came here to do this alone. And, since we set off the explosives, they know that he's not alone, so the logical thing to do is to keep him alive until they catch us.
Well, then we just can't get caught.
Right. Are you scared?
Aren't you?
Yes, I am. We may have to make a stand for it, okay?
Yeah, I know.
All right, so I figured the best thing to do. Okay, we're gonna backtrack. There's some high ground up near the waterfall.
That's right. There's rocks there, isn't
That's right. We'll get up there in the rock. And if they spot us, then we'll make a stand for it. You still have the grenade bracelets?
Yeah, I've got them right here.
Okay, there's a lot of patrolmen there, so it's a long shot. We'll make a stand. If that doesn't work, we'll just, we'll keep on running.
Oh, okay.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready whenever you are.
Let's go this way and on over up to the top of the waterfall.
hide them. You know why there's no sign of them? Because they doubled back on their trail. Follow me.
Thank you. Nurse Lab, report to X-ray. Nurse Lab. Jessie?
Yes, Amy.
Audrey said that I could help you here at the desk.
Would you finish your classwork?
Well, no, not all of it, but she figured you were short-handed.
She's absolutely right, and I'd love it. Want to file these admissions for me?
Sure.
Thank you.
I'll just put these away. Jessie? Can I talk to you about something?
Anything, as long as it isn't gossip.
Mrs. Grant left town. Can you believe it in this weather?
She left town.
Yes, and for New York City, just out of the blue.
No explanation?
Nope. All she said was that she got this phone call from New York and that she was leaving for there immediately. I guess she caught one of the last planes out before the airport closed down.
Well, it does seem rather strange, doesn't it?
I'll say. I mean, what could be so important that Mrs. Grant would leave for New York in the middle of a blizzard?
Excuse me. No messages.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I shouldn't be worried about the weather when you have so many important things on your mind.
It's all right, Amy.
How's the baby?
He's doing much better, thank you.
It's
So
wonderful.
glad.
Thank you. What did you say about Mrs. Grant, Amy?
It's the strangest thing. She got a phone call, and the next thing I knew, she was on a plane for New York. I just can't figure who called her, can you?
No, I don't know very much about Mrs. Grant or her friends.
Well, that's just the whole thing. Mrs. Grant doesn't have any friends.
Amy.
I didn't mean it like that. I just mean that, well, she doesn't go out very often or anything. All she really ever does is work and worry about Heather. So I think that for her to get a phone call from New York that would make her leave, well, I just think that's strange, don't you?
Susan?
And Alice, hi. Oh, you.
Hello, dear. I got here just as soon as I could.
I'm so glad you came.
Oh, here, I brought you a present.
You didn't have to do that.
I know, but I wanted to make you something, and after all, I am a great aunt now.
Well, thank you.
You know, I'm glad you called me when you did, or I'm not sure I would have been able to come. You know, they're just about to close that airport because of the blizzard.
No kidding. I had no idea it was so bad.
Yes.
Hope I don't get stranded here.
Well, you know, that might not be so bad. I just got to look at somebody who looks very special to me.
Oh, you saw the baby?
Yes, I did.
Oh, isn't he beautiful?
Oh, I don't think I've ever seen a newborn who looks so good and so healthy.
He's perfect. The doctor said he's in wonderful condition.
Oh, and how are you, honey?
Oh, I'm fine. I feel great now.
Well, I worried about you.
Well, you didn't have to. Everything went beautifully. No problem.
No, I mean, you know, being alone, nobody with you.
Oh, it's all right. I managed fine.
It's not quite the same, though, as having the father with you.
And Alice, I want you to know that it was my decision to leave and to come to New York.
Yes, I realize.
Really, it was. Now, nobody talked me into leaving Port Charles to have my baby. I just decided it would be best that way, that's all.
Well, maybe so.
And I'm happy, and Alice, I have never been so happy in my whole life.
No, you have never looked so happy. You look wonderful, little eyes shining.
It's a pretty incredible thing, you know, having a baby.
Yes, it is.
Especially a first one, I think. Of course, I don't know. I imagine any time you have a baby, it's special, huh?
But I'm just really sorry that you had to be here alone in New York, you know, all those weeks by
It's
yourself.
okay, really. Really, I managed just fine.
Well, did you have any visitors?
Who would I have visit me? I don't know anybody here. You were referring to Arnold Wellington, aren't you? I didn't tell him where I was going.
Do you think that's wise?
Yeah, under the circumstances, I think it was.
Well, honey, like I said, it was your decision to make.
Well, I do have to admit there were some pretty lonely moments. There were many times I do wish that he could have been here with me.
Well, surely there was some time that he could have come up, I mean, even for a day.
How could he come when he didn't know where I was?
Susan, if this Arnold Wellington loves you...
He does, Aunt Alice.
Okay, then I think that you're not telling them must have hurt him. I mean, very much. Not to let him know where you were going.
Yeah, I'm sure it did. But he knows why I did it, Aunt Alice. I did it to protect him. You see, his family life is, well, it's rather complicated.
Yes, I know. I know. You told me that he was married. Yeah. Do you think that he will... Well, I'm sorry. Will he take care of you?
Oh, of course he will. Aunt Alice, he loves me very much. In fact, he was just as happy about this pregnancy as I was.
Do you think he'll get a divorce?
I don't know. I really don't know. Hey, come on, let's not talk about all that now. I have a wonderful little boy, a perfect little baby. He looks just like his father, in fact. As far as the future, I don't know. All I can say is that he's married, and he can't really leave his wife right now because he has another son who's a little bit older than mine is.
Oh, baby. Oh, my big boy. Oh, you're getting so big. You're getting so big. Here. Who's this? Who's this? You miss him? I brought him from home for you. Oh. I'm so glad you're getting yeah. Because you're going to be all well and big and strong. And no more of these old things. Now we'll have all our toys. How's that, my baby?
It's a very pretty picture.
Oh. Well, I didn't hear you come in.
Feel good to have him in your arms?
Oh, yeah. Very good.
Tears, Mom?
Oh, I guess it's tears of relief.
Well, I can understand that. You and Alan have had your share of bad times with your son.
Well, so have you, my friend. I don't know what we would have done without you.
I told you I'd always be there for him if he needed me.
And you always have been.
Let's just hope this is the last close call you have.
You saved his life, Rick. I mean, how do I thank you for that?
Monica, you already have.
Yeah, but this now is the second time. What am I going to be indebted to you for life?
No, you're going to spend the rest of your life being happy, enjoying yourself with your son.
You think we can do that?
What do you mean?
Well, what I mean is with this whole Cassadine thing and everything that's happening.
I know exactly what you mean, yes.
I mean, I'm frightened. I don't know what's going on. I mean, if all this comes about, is my baby gonna survive?
Monica, Washington is not going to sit by and let a whole city be destroyed.
Oh, Rick, I have to believe that. I have to believe that.
Mikkos, you know I want to be with you.
You have to. We are now the House of Cassadine.
It's just that I have so many questions that have been plaguing me.
Like what?
Like what really happened to Max and Noel.
I told you.
I'm fully aware of what you told me, that they flew out of here to line Max's nations behind you.
Well, doesn't that satisfy you?
No, it doesn't satisfy me at all, because no seaplane left the island that day.
Ridiculous.
Mikkos, I checked. Did they have an accident? An accident in the plant the same way Tony and Alex did?
That will be enough. It was one thing for Tony to question me because he was weak, and you know why he was weak.
Mikkos! I am not a weak man. Don't ever make the mistake of thinking that I am. Now, why didn't you tell me about his death? Why, unless you had something to hide?
Hide? Hide? I could never have destroyed Tony, never. I haven't slept a moment since his death. But I'll have my revenge, you'll see.
Revenge?
Why do you think I moved up the destruction of Port Charles? They have 12 hours.
What are you saying? You can't be serious.
I'm deadly serious.
Mikkos, listen to me. Don't let your grief or your hatred do this to you. You can't change all of our plans.
I can, and I will.
Mikkos, you can't go on personal vendettas. What has happened to that brave new world? That wonderful world, what is happening to all that?
Nothing is happening to all that. We are now capable of controlling and ruling the outside world. You've always been more like a son than a brother. You seem to have forgotten that. Think it over, Victor. Guard. My brother Victor wishes to be escorted to his room, where he will stay until I send for him, and keep guard outside the room.
On the right trail. All right. Double time. All right, move it.
Baby, we're here. We're right here to the waterfall, just up to the top. Come on, sweetheart. Come on. I know. Come on. Let's go. Go around there, right at the top.
Brush footprints. Got to be around here somewhere. All right, spread out.
Stay low. Stay low. Slap yourself here with me against rocks. This may be it, Laura.
I know.
What is that? Listen, you hear that sound?
What, the waterfall?
No. No, it's rhythmic.
You're right. I know. Don't you remember when we first came here and Robert heard that sound, right down there on the ground when he listened? Probably this spot right up here is closer to the machinery.
That's right. Damn him for going without us.
Look, we tried. We tried our best. Now we just have to get away from those guards.
Yeah, I know. Listen, you stay low. I'll just check it and see if they followed our trail.
Okay.
They're right down there. Quick, give me one of your grenades.
Oh, I have it.
You take the stun gun.
Over here. All right, spread out. I want every inch of this area checked.
Give me the cap.
Well, you standing around for it, soldier. Get busy. Take over behind those rocks.
Arab band. Keep an eye out.
You, check over behind that waterfall. See anything?
General Hospital will continue in a moment.